Welcome to Lesson 2 of the Programming Module. In this lesson, we will be diving deeper into the basic concepts of programming. We will explore data types, variables, and constants, as well as operators, expressions, conditional statements, loops, functions, and modules, all with the help of ChatGPT's interactive features. Let's start with data types, variables, and constants. These are the building blocks of programming. Data types represent the different kinds of values that a program can store, such as integers, strings, and booleans. Variables are used to store data in a program, and constants are values that cannot be changed. In this example, we're using the let keyword to declare and initialize variables of different data types, including integers, x and y, floating point numbers, pi and e, strings, name and greeting, and booleans, is sunny and is raining. We're then using the console.log function to output some of these values to the console. Note that in JavaScript, variable names conventionally use camel case instead of snake underscore case as used in Python. Also, JavaScript is a case-sensitive language, so is sunny and is raining are written in camel case with the first letter of each word capitalized. Using ChatGPT, we will explore how to declare and use variables and constants in a program, as well as how to work with different data types. ChatGPT can also help us understand how to manipulate data using operators and expressions. In this example, we're declaring a variable num and a constant pi. We're then declaring variables of different data types, a string, name, an integer, age, and a boolean, is sunny. We're then using operators and expressions to perform some calculations and comparisons using these variables, and storing the results in variables called result1, result2, and result3. Finally, we're using console log to output the results to the console. Note that in JavaScript, we use the let keyword to declare variables that can be reassigned, and the const keyword to declare constants that cannot be reassigned. Also, JavaScript uses the plus operator to concatenate strings, and the and operator to perform a logical and operation on two Boolean values. Next, we will explore conditional statements and loops. Conditional statements allow a program to make decisions based on certain conditions, and loops allow a program to repeat a set of instructions multiple times. Using ChatGPT, we will examine how to use conditional statements and loops to create powerful and efficient programs. In this example, we're defining a variable x with the value 10. We're then using a conditional statement, if else, to check if x is greater than 5, and outputting a message to the console based on the result. We're then using a for loop to output the value of a variable I 5 times. The loop has three parts: an initialization, let I equal 0, a condition, I less than 5, and an increment, I++. Finally, we're using a nested for loop to output the value of two variables I and j. The outer loop iterates 3 times, and the inner loop iterates 2 times for each iteration of the outer loop. Note that in JavaScript, we use curly braces to group together multiple statements that should be executed together in a conditional statement or loop. Finally, we will explore functions and modules. Functions are blocks of code that can be called multiple times within a program, and modules are collections of functions and other code that can be imported into a program. With ChatGPT, we will see how functions and modules can help us write reusable and modular code. In this example, we're defining a function called sayHello, which takes a parameter name and outputs a message to the console using the console log function. We're then calling the sayHello function and passing it the argument Alice. We're also defining a module called calculator, which contains 4 functions that perform basic arithmetic operations. We're then using the calculator module to perform some calculations and store the results in variables called result1, result2, result3, and result4. Finally, we're using console log to output the results to the console. Note that in JavaScript, we use the function keyword to define a function, and we can pass parameters to the function inside the parentheses. We use objects to define modules, and we can access the functions within the module using dot notation, calculator.add, calculator.subtract, etc. In conclusion, the basic concepts of programming are essential to building programs and solving problems using code. In this lesson, we explored data types, variables, and constants, as well as operators, expressions, conditional statements, loops, functions, and modules, all with the help of ChatGPT's interactive features. With these concepts, you are well on your way to becoming a skilled programmer.
Now, let's head over to ChatGPT for some hands-on practice in the basic concepts of programming.